The killer in Aurora, Colorado was very intelligent and farsighted and meticulous. I defy you to write a gun control law that would prevent someone like this with a long time horizon and a great planning capability from getting the arms he wants. I just think this is a mistake.
A moment ago, Joe made a statement. Joe gave us a theory. It's an empirical theory for which there is or is not evidence, which is that the globalization of coarsening and entertainment will cause or is causing, I don't know what your point was, things like this to happen more and more. These are testable hypotheses. Let's test them.
I think it's undoubtedly true that we're seeing more frequently incidents like this in this country. It's all part of a zeitgeist. I mean, we're on a national sugar rush in this country. The internet is part of it. The entertainment industry is part of it. The irresponsibility about gun laws is part of it. I mean, it's all together.
Listen, we can make all the declarative statements we want. There is no shortage of empirical data in criminology. In fact, it's one of the most researched areas of social science. When we had the gun law, the assault ban weapon, there wasn't a decrease. When we let it expire, there wasn't an increase. We've had a gradual decline over the last 40 years in gun violence and all kinds of violence, in part because of better policing, in part because of incarceration. So I think some of these statements that we're having more of these incidents, they simply aren't true. And I think, yes, we should look at reasonable regulation.
I don't remember these happening every month when I was a kid.
They aren't happening every month.
They are happening every couple of months.
We're having more of them, and they are more violent. And they're more violent because we arm these people with weapons that are meant for combat only. Combat only.
Let me just note how comforting this argument is, because we're all going to sit around and agree that if we got together and had legislative majorities and passed particular laws that clever people will pass, this won't happen anymore.
That's not George. We said it's going to happen with less George
and with less deadliness.
George, but we don't know that. Listen, this guy's apartment. Excuse me, Joe. This person's apartment was booby-trapped to the hilt. Do we really think that he couldn't have constructed some type of weapon, of some type of grenade that would have blown this up?
When people saw how weird it was, why didn't they go to the authorities?
That's a very good question. And I think the lack of connectivity and the lack of neighborliness and the reticence to intervene when someone is behaving oddly and strangely is a societal problem.
Wait a second. I'm just shocked to hear a conservative like George Will making an all-or-nothing argument on this issue. People die from getting the polio vaccine. That doesn't mean that we should do away with it. If this can limit the number of gun incidents, if some laws can limit the number of gun incidents, then we should have them.
Now, a conservative has, I think, a tragic view of life, which is that however clever the experts you're going to assemble, and we heard a call earlier in the show for bringing in the experts, and however meticulously you draft whatever statute you wind up passing, the world is going to remain a broken place, and things like this are going to happen.
Of course they are. Of course they are.